Hello, good evening, good evening, good evening. Yes, this is Diamond the Real Deal Show because I keeps it real. Well, I just want to say it's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Do you know why it's wonderful? Because you woke up this morning with your right mind and breath in your body. So when I say it's a wonderful day, it's a wonderful day. So, you guys, I I just want to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you for just everything you do. I thank you for subscribing. I thank you for sharing. I thank you for commenting. Um, I just want to say if you do not know who I am Diamond, Diamond with a Y. And this is my show, Diamond the Real Deal, because I keeps it real. So I want to let you guys know that um, the topic tonight is going to be on accountability. Ooh, accountability. Now, when I say accountability, you know, a lot of people may take it how they want to take it, or maybe take it the wrong way. But I say this: we need to stop pointing fingers at others, and the other three is pointing back at you. So you guys, I always hold myself accountable. I always use myself as being transparent because this what God has shown me. You guys know a little bit of the story about a person who I had married, and I was faulting them for making me homeless, for doing all this stuff. And that book is coming out soon, you guys. Remember, Bishop Lies and Wine. Yes, baby. So make sure you pick that up. And the first one that's coming out is Surrender. So anyhow, I had to look back, and I did have a friend who pointed out to me and said, no, Diamond, you have to hold yourself accountable, because that person was just being them, which it was, because I didn't know them from Adam. And that's how people are. They want to point fingers at other people instead of holding themselves accountable. Like, for instance, I had got a text, right? Trying to tell me that they told me something. And I remember that verbatim, that they did not. The first time they spoke to me about the situation, and I say, okay, well, let me check. And we was on the phone together. And I said, blah, blah, blah. It was a number. And they said, are you sure? I said, yes. So they said, okay, so if we're going to do this, and if you get rejected again, you're going to have to, do what you need to do. So I said, okay, fine. So, I didn't hear anything else. So I just hit the person up like last week, and I had to say, hey, do you know about what happened with this situation? They said, no, I told you. Here we go. I told you that you would have to do blah, blah, blah. But mind you, this is my first time finding out that something was rejected. So, yeah, you maybe told me, but how did I know if it was rejected for the second time if we just not talking about it? So, they're going to write a whole freaking book in a text talking about you need to stop. I can't, you know what? I'm going to read it, you guys. I just thought about that, because you know what? I am Diamond, the real deal, because I keeps it real. So They said, there is something seriously wrong with your memory. We have more than one discussion about this situation, which that was a lie. That's how I know you already double checked the win based on the whatever we was talking about. I can't tell you what we was talking about. But anyway, that you use into the data in the system, which that was true. And I tried to resubmit, and again, it told you, which that was lying. You resubmitted, but I didn't get that information back that it was rejected. But instead of them saying, oh, I'm sorry, my bad, I thought we discussed this. I thought you knew. Or put it like that, I assumed. And you know the 3 words that starts in assume? Yeah. So a lot of people always want to assume something, but they never see themselves. So it's like we have to stop pointing fingers at each other. We really need to stop doing that and hold yourself accountable. That's just like if somebody have hurt you, let it go. Stop holding that person accountable because you need to let it go. You got to remember when we go in front of our Creator, He's going to say, what did Diamond do? He's not going to worry about that person hurt you. He's not going to worry about, they're going to see how you treated that person, how you deal with that person. So we have to understand it's about us. It's not about them. It's about your salvation. It's about you. So for another example, that's just like, okay, I had, I don't know why women can't get along. I don't know if it's in their DNA or if they just don't want to get along, but I'm a type of person, I don't come too far to let someone take my joy, take my peace, take my happiness. So I'm not going to let that happen. So just because you're miserable and just because you got stuff going on with you, you got to deal with that, boo. Because I'm still going to be in peace. But my thing is, it's a young lady, right? I don't understand why they have to have an attitude with you. My thing is, when you think about it, when a person have an attitude and when a person feel like somebody is coming at them when they're not, something is wrong with you. And you got to look at yourself. You have to look at what is going on in my life that's making me think that somebody is coming at me. What is going on in my life that I can't get it right? That's just like in a relationship, you with a guy, right? And this guy doing everything you love, right? I mean, everything. And then one day, he raises his voice at you, right? So you don't think none of it because, oh, he's not going to do that again. It's nothing that's going to come after that. Okay. But that was a warning. That was a warning, boo. So the next 6 months, he raised his voice and then he hits you. Wow. Now, you saying, oh, no, he ain't going to do this to me. I'm not going to be in this relationship no more. But you still there because you think about, oh, he's so good to the kids. He buying me this. He doing this for them. Yeah. Buying your love. That's what you want? No. So it's always warning before destruction. And you have to remember that. Just because a person probably don't do it back to back, don't mean it's not going to happen again. Don't mean they don't mean it, because they do. You know, one thing I can remember, and I love Maya Angelou, and everybody should know this. Maya Angelou has said, when a person show you who they are, believe them. Now, if you just tuning in, you guys, I am Diamond, a real deal, because I keeps it real. And I just want you guys to know that this topic is about accountability. And I'm just here. I was just thinking today, and I was like saying, you know what? It's a lot of people out here have different stuff going on, have a lot of weight on their shoulder, baggage, residue, whatever you want to call it. And it takes it out on that person that's trying to help them, that's trying to be there for them, but they never hold themselves accountable. Do you know when you hurt someone, and if you do something bad to someone and you don't forgive, and I'm gonna go to that, and you don't apologize to them, do you think you're gonna get away with it? No, you're not. You know, as the scripture says, touch my prophet, don't do no harm. And when you mess with a child of God, it's not good, baby. Because you know why? And it's not about the person gloating. It's just that they know. Everybody call it karma, but it's not karma. It's God. It's your creator. Because you can't do dirt to people and think you're going to get away with it. Period. I mean, let's talk about it. For example, this young man, he was supposed to be my friend, but he was trying to holler, right? And I said, no, I'd rather us be friends instead of, going to that next level, because it's not going to work, and I'd rather deal with our friendship. But he said, no, no, no. It's going to be right. It's going to be right. No, no, no. It wasn't right, you guys. Because the whole month, you guys, cooking breakfast, doing all this, everything what a female will love, And then the second month, I guess he thought he was going to get between my legs, but I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that. See this ring right here? This is a promise to God. My husband takes this off when it's my husband, and he put his ring on. But anyhow, so the second month, all of a sudden, he gets distance. This is something like, as my friends would say, a itch move. But put the B on it. And he started saying that it wasn't nothing, don't take things out of, tax or whatever. I'm like, okay. So, but mind you, the whole month before that, we was over each other's house, doing this and that, like going out, this and this and this. Again, second month, all of a sudden, distance. So Thanksgiving was coming up, right? And we were supposed to spend Thanksgiving together. And I had text. I said, so, hey, we going to still do Thanksgiving? No response, right? So he go out of town. Having fun. When I tell you, chilling. I like he did nothing. But you know what? This is why I said you have to know yourself and you have to be in peace. It didn't even bother me. I kept my mouth off of him. Because see, this is what people do. When people keep their mouth on other people, you're going to get the backlash. You're going to get all of the residue and all of the rigmarole, all the shenanigans, because you're keeping your mouth on them, because you're not letting your creator handle it. Yes. So I kept my mouth off of him, never said anything negative, still praying for him too. So something tragic happened. It was major. Now, if something major happened in your life, wouldn't you be like, why did this happen? Or, did I do something wrong to someone, my creator? I need to think back or write down the steps what happened to me for all this to be going on in my life. Because when you crashing and burning and crashing, and everything going haywire in your life, you got to think about, what did I do? So when a person don't see what they have done, you really need to stay away from them. Because if they don't see that they did anything, that's a narcissistic. That's a person who just think about themselves and don't think about others. They have that charismatic ability. They can help you be like the superhero, but it's just to make them look good, But all in the back of their mind, oh, I'm just going to see what I can get out of this person. So again, you have to hold yourself accountable. Now, I know you guys got some people you done been in front of with situations like this. I know you probably got into some relationship, but I'm still in some relationships like this. But you got to look at yourself, because you can't fault anyone. The only person who you can fault is yourself, because you're still there taking that mess, taking that toxic, taking that pain, that hurt. You bringing all of that on yourself. Do you know our creator give you so many warnings, and everybody always want to blame the devil, but it don't be the devil some of the times, even half the time. It be your creator, because he's trying to get you out of a situation that you don't even need to be in. I'm gonna say that again. Your creator is trying to get you out of a situation that you don't need to be in, and you're not taking heed to that. Let's talk about it. Everything coming at you. I mean, everything. And you just bobbing and weaving. But you're not saying, I need to let this go. You still trying to hold on. You still trying to hold on for dear life. It's still letting it go. See, I used to be like that. I was in this relationship for 7 years. And I admit, this was like my first love. I actually loved this person. I mean, when I tell you, I would have took a bullet. Yes. But my creator knew I wasn't supposed to be in this relationship, knew how I was brought up, knew that this wasn't for me. And he did everything possible to break that relationship up. But I'm still holding on. I'm still holding on. I'm still holding on for dear life. Instead of saying bye-bye. You gotta know. What's that song? You gotta know when to hold them. You gotta know when to fold. So when you in a situation, and that goes for friendships, partnerships, relationships, business ships, it goes for anything. If your creator trying to tell you something, show you some warning signs, warning before destruction, take heed to that. Take heed, take heed, take heed. Because he's the one know. He's the only one who's going to know. And I'm going to say this, you guys. You got to really love yourself to honestly be genuine with yourself. Know that you are worth more than you got to put a price on you. You got to know you're worth something. You're worth more than gold, silver. You're priceless. You got to know your worth. You have to know your worth. Because if you don't know your worth, you're going to keep letting Billy, Mark, Tom, Dick, and Harry keep running over you. You're still going to be letting Sally Mae, Susan Mae, Wendy all run over you. So you have to look inside yourself and know who you are. You have to love yourself to know who you are. You have to change your mindset. You have to know that you are more than what's in your life now. Come on, let's talk about it. You got to be true to yourself. You got to be real. You know, a lot of people ask me when they meet me and when they see and hear my conversations and, you know, my topics and stuff. And they was like, why are you still single? Just like I was at the outlet today. And this guy had the nerve to try to holler at me. And I'm not going to say anything. I wasn't profiling anything like that. But if you're going to come to a real woman, not one of these foo-foos, you got to come correct. He going to come out here somehow talking about, oh, I like your dress. Okay, thank you. Hey, do you got a man? What? No. And before I can say anything, my daughter says she has a daughter. But, you know, we need to know how to approach each other. I teach my nephews how to open a door for a lady. And that's what he's supposed to do. I taught him when he was 9 years old and now he's 12. Because you have to teach. You have to educate these young ladies, these young men. They have to know their worth. And if you're not showing them at home, how else they gonna find out? And if you having all these men come in their lives and talking about this. That's your Uncle Tom. That's your Uncle Larry. That's your Uncle Chabo. I can actually say, if somebody see me and I say that's my uncle, that's my uncle, that's my uncle, they are my uncles because I come from a big family. You shouldn't have everyone around your kids. And the reason I go there is because if you bring your kids up correctly, then they will know how to bring their kids up correctly. And it takes one. It just takes one for you to get it right. Just like the person who I was talking about, he was brought up by two parents. He was. And he can be a good man. But he has so much residue, so much damage that he don't know when something good has come in his life. So he go and try to find the next woman, or I should say the next little girl that he think is going to be for him, because now they having relations. Because you thinking with your head that's between your legs instead of thinking up here with your mind. And that's where we do wrong too. We don't think with this mental, with this mind. We think down there. And if we start using our mental and really analyze and break it down, your whole life would be so much better. When I think back, I'm going to say 10 years ago, wow. Sometimes I say I wish I had a do-over, but then sometimes I'm like saying no, because all that right there is what made me now. What made me to be strong. What made me to know my self-worth. What made me to love myself. Let's talk about it. You have to look inside yourself and you have to know who you truly are and who you want in your life and who you want to live your life with. You really have to understand that. You really have to know that you know that you know that you know. I look at my grandparents. They was married for 65 years. I look at my parents. They was married before my father passed away. They was married for 35 years. I look at all that. I look at how the women back in the day knew their men, hate to say it, was messing around. But that man knew to still take care of home and never embarrass that woman. And I'm not saying that was right, but it's about having respect for that man, having respect for that female, that woman. We have to have respect for each other. Accountability, you guys. Accountability. So I'm going to ask you, I'm going to challenge you. How you going to bring your kids up? How you going to raise them? Are you going to show them accountability? Are you going to be true to them? Are you going to tell them that if they don't get this right and if they don't be true to themselves, that the streets is going to eat them up and spit them out? Let's talk about it. Are you truly going to be real to your kids? I have to say, when people speak to my daughter, they be like, you different. I know. I raised her like that. I want her to be different. I tell her every day she is not like nobody around here. She is not like those other little girls. She is not like those dudes. She's nothing like them. You have to mold your child to the expectation so they can make it in life. You have to. Because if you don't, they're going to wind up as they doing now in middle school, high school, getting pregnant, losing their virginity, think it's okay, thinking it's cool to run a train, thinking it's cool to be with this person this one day and then the next person, thinking it's cool to lose their virginity in a car. Let's talk about it. We have to start, you guys. You know, everybody worrying about this war. I get that. Everybody worrying about the corona. I just saw that somebody had said since this war had started, nobody has said anything about corona. Is it still here? So we got to stop taking our focus off our kids, taking our focus off if you're mentoring somebody, stop taking your focus off of them. Keep your focus on them. Keep your focus on the prize, because you have to save that person. So you're going to be accountable for that person. You're accountable for your child. You're accountable for you. So I'm telling you, stop pointing fingers at others when 3 is pointing back at you. Let's talk about it. I tell you, I'm a real deal because I keeps it real. And I'm telling you, I know a lot of people don't care about this, but I do. And I don't care if I have to do it one by one. Somebody is going to hear it and somebody is going to change because they heard it. I'm tired of seeing these little boys out here with the pants down like it's okay, and then trying to holler at someone. I'm tired of little girls around here looking like hoochie mama, and we always talk about it. But do you stop and say, hey, why are you dressed like that? Or hey, do you know when you dress like that, what could happen? Let's talk about it. So I want you to understand that nobody is not trying to preach at you. Nobody is trying to make you feel uncomfortable. But you got to stop pointing fingers and look at yourself, boo. And if you're listening to this and you know this is you, change. It's easy. Start saying, okay, I'm a step back. I know I was wrong. I know I should have did that. I know I told you I was going to pay that light bill. And now the lights are off. I know I told you that. And you can't be mad at nobody else except yourself because you said that. They counted on you to pay that light bill. They counted on you to pay that car note because you said you was going to pay it. Because I'm taking you to work. I'm doing all this stuff for you. But who fault that is? It's your car. So you have to maintain, you have to pay that car note. You gotta hold yourself accountable. You gotta, I hate to say it, kick yourself in the butt. Let's talk about it. That's why you gotta hold yourself accountable. You have to be the one to depend on. You gotta depend on yourself, nobody else. You can't depend on nobody else. You can't. And it's not about they're gonna let you down all the time. Because they don't try to let you down. They try to do it. But they can't when they got other stuff going on in their life. When they're still trying to hold on to their life, trying to take care of their stuff in their life and try and maintain, how can they? They can't. That's why when they tell you, when you get with someone, you get with someone that is going to elevate you and not bring you down. You get with someone who y'all can work together to bring each other up, not bring each other down. You can't be here and get with somebody here. You can't do it. So you have to look at yourself, you guys. And I'm going to say this and then I'm out. I always say life is too short, and life is too short. We don't have a long time here. So whatever you have going on in your life, whatever you need to do in your life, get it. You need to do it. Stop procrastinating. Stop waiting on people. Stop saying that I thought they was going to do this. That's why I'm waiting. No, you got to get yours. You got to leave them behind. Do what you got to do and then come back for them. You do. And I'm going to keep saying that because it's true. So, you guys, thank you for tuning in to Diamond Real Deal Show. I thank you for everything. I truly do. And I ask you to subscribe, comment, share. I really thank you for everything. And I just want to say to the people who in the war and the soldiers that's on deployment and that's going to be waiting to go over there, we pray for you. We keep you in our prayers. And we pray that this will not be a long war. It should have never started, but we ask that you guys keep everyone in your prayers because this too shall pass. It's signs. You got to look at the Bible. You got to see that this is real. And if you don't have your life together, you got to get it together. Let's talk about it. Don't wait till you get down sick and then say, oh, I want to change my life. Don't wait till something tragic happens to have the Creator come in your life. Get it now. Let's talk about it. Life is too short, you guys. That's the reason I'm leaving, I'm living, I'm breathing, and striving, thriving. Because life is too short, baby. So let's talk about it. Again, thank you. And this is Diamond a Real Deal because I keep it real. Every Sunday at 10 p.m. Come and join me. And remember, know you, be you, love you. Peace and love.